into a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Clint Capella's game is based on activity. He said, I'm going to outwork you the whole game. Maybe it's not on...
You already do. You and he are winning players. David, thank you. Now to look at the year-to-year...
Well, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Favors is out there with Rain Man, and it's Oubre in at the small forward. And for the Hawks, Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duties. And it's Reddish in at the small forward position. Now here's Favors. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. And Greg, some players say they watch the standings. Others say they ignore them. Which side were you on?
You know, at times I did a little of both, but I typically wanted to watch, especially when my team was relevant. There was a couple of years where I had no desire at all to see where our team was because I knew we were pretty close to the bottom.
Here's Young, following the basket by LaMelo Ball. A nice shot by Young.
Good scoring field by Trae Young inside, finding a path to a beautiful shot.
Outside Favors, and stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Collins. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now, here's George. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Bouknight with the bucket. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Young against Ball. Young's shot is off.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
The three from George. Atlanta with the rebound. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
Here's George after the made shot from John Collins. And George gets it to go.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Down low, here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Not just a score, Bogdanovich shows excellent feel as a playmaker. That was a nice find.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. The pass to Oubre. Fires the three. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Oubre. George has got 5 points so far. Young pass to Reddish. Collins wide open. He fires. Drops in the tray.
Known for his play in and around the post, Collins can also get it done shooting jumpers off the catch.
And one of the bigger names in free agency, John Collins, ends up re-signing with Atlanta. Didn't see too much of a bigger market for him during the process. And he fits in so well with the future of this team.
Pass to Bouknight. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. He's got 5.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
When he's feeling good, he can help you stretch the defense a lot.
Now, here's Capella. 11 points last game. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And it might be an overused term, Smitty, but I think the description of Bogdanovich as a glue guy really fits.
I agree. He has a lot of those qualities that every team needs. He's a playmaker. He gets after it on the defensive end, and he can create his own offense when need be.
Now here's Book Night. 9-point game his last outing. The three from George. Rebounded by Capella.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Bogdanovich against Favors. Now Reddish. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Collins. Derek Favors with the rebound. Here's George. And then George with the jam.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. From deep, Collins. That shot off. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. George passes to Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Favors will never turn down a chance to dunk it. A powerful presence who really intimidates defenders with his athleticism.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 9 points last game out. Outside Collins. Pass to Capella. Over in the corner, Reddish. Great D that time from Oubre. Hornets leading by 5. Ball, the pass to George. Fires the three. And Kelly Oubre, good for 3.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
P.J. Washington, he's checked in for the Hornets. And they get it. Young's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Washington passes to George. And Capella sends it back.
We've been spoiled by watching Clint Capella do this for years and years. He's such a skilled defender.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. Oubre, no one around him. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
Ball dishes to George. Good. And it's 9 points for George.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Hawks trailed by 8. Young outside. And there's the drive. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Collins passes to Reddish. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Washington, that's good.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
The putback, and he recovers it. And it's Capella missing.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense, he might have gotten over-eager.
Bouknight passes to Washington. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Here's Bogdanovich, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on James Bouknight.
Even though he spends a lot of time on the perimeter, Bogdanovich goes 6'6", 220. He's a threat inside.
For the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for Collins. Hunter comes in for Reddish. And it's DeLon right in for Young.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Right for three. The Hornets pull it in. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Pass to Capella. Here's Bogdanovich. He has 6. And it's sent back by George. Here's Hunter. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Good ball handler and passer. You love to see Hunter on the finishing end of these plays.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
It's time for teaser.
Kevin Huerter. He's checked in for Bogdanovich. The Hornets also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for George. George is checked in for Charlotte.
Checking in for the away team.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Hunter. The shot that time, not on target. Now Charlotte takes it the other way.
What his coaches and teammates love about DeAndre Hunter is his even keel. He never loses his cool, and he's impossible to rattle.
Right, the pass to Gallinari. Inside. Okongwu kicks to Hunter. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Hunter's got 12 in the game.
And given how level-headed Hunter is, he's a good guy to have on the floor when you need a clutch bucket. He's made more than a few big shots in his life.
You know, it's crazy. He actually likes the pressure of those big moments. That's not true for every player.
Back to right. That's tipped. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Washington. Passes it to Jerome. It's George on the wing, guarded by Wright. And it's Washington missing. George passes to Washington. George against Hunter. Here's Cousins. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Hornets lead by 13.
Aggressive move by one of the most talented bigs in the game. DeMarcus Cousins is focused right now.
Gallinari right side. He kicks to Hunter. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by George. George has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
For Atlanta, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Wright. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his second personal
And
foul.
Smitty, I'm going to ask you to put your GM hat on here for a second. When you think of undervalued player types, what comes to mind?
For me, Kevin, defenders who are also great decision makers offensively. Everyone knows you need shooting, but you add in a player that can defend and pass, that's how you build an elite team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. Reddish comes in for Hunter. And Trae Young subbed in for Kevin Huerter. And the Hawks making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And the wide open shot from Reddish. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Reddish has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And the Hornets call time here. You know, Smitty, I know it gets plenty of coverage, but Trae Young's raw talent as a scorer really is just up there on another level.
It is. Trae Young's ability to post. Over 40 points in a game is truly something special. It takes a ton of confidence to have nights like that. But you know he's doing it all for his team and not just for himself.
Charlotte making a switch here. Derek Favors checked in for Cousins. Booknight comes in for Washington. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Jerome. And it's Maladon in for Thomas. George dishes to Favors. And stolen by Okongwu. George. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The pass to Young. Back to Bogdanovich. Now, here's Okongwu. He's tightly guarded. Young outside. Lock at 6. Good on the three-point shot. Young's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Maladon passes to George. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
George passes to Favors. Collins against George. And it's George finishing it off.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers. Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Ball with the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Hawks trail by 11. Young taking his time here. Here's Okongwu. And the rejection by Favors.
What perfect timing on that play. Derek Favors an outstanding shot blocker.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Charlotte on D. They've led by as many as 14 points. Bobbed up there for Collins. Stolen by George. Here's Booknight. And he uses the glass on the layup. Booknight's got 7 points in the game.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, that man is going for the jugular.
Here's Young. Capella finds Collins. His three-pointers off the mark.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
George passes to Favors. Shoots over Capella. George dishes to Favors. Pass to Booknight. 4 on the shot clock. Outside, Ball. Offline with his 3. The Hawks trail by 13. Reddish the pass to Collins. Excellent D there from George. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Collins. Charlotte's shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And George drops them both. Smitty, last year at the play-in tournament, the late season really heated up. Do you enjoy seeing teams work extra hard to secure their positions?
Kevin, I loved it. There was no time to rest for those teams that wanted to fight their way out of the play-in. And like you said, at the end of the season, we had a lot of drama.
Young dishes to Collins. To stop the drought, a nice shot by Bogdanovich. 8 points for him.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
George passes to Booknight. And here's Favors. Capella covering. And that one's good by Favors.
An area where Favors continues to gain consistency. Has a nice looking stroke out to 15 feet.
Bounce pass Bogdanovich. And the dunk by Capella.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Count that one from Book Knight. Book Knight's got 9 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Collins. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his 4th assist in this one. Pass the ball. Now here's Book Knight. He's got 9. Pulls it up. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Young kicks to Reddish. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Hornets leading by 12. George passes to Favors, and then Favors with the dunk.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Back to Collins. Knocked loose. Fast break now for Charlotte. George with the ball.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, "We understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments. I'm their voice." Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Collins kicks to Bogdanovich. Young against Ball. Outside Bogdanovich. 5 on the clock. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Look at that athletic play by Clint Capella, leaping up with enough airtime to grab it and slam it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Hunters check in for Reddish. And then for Charlotte, B.J. Washington comes in for Derek Favors. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Maladon. Young passes to Capella. In the corner, it's Hunter. 1:43 left here in the second. A 3 from Bogdanovich. They get it again, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
He is active on the offensive glass. Clint Capella will punish you for not putting a body on him.
And it's George finishing it off.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. And here's Young. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Philadelphia. Good on the shot. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
Great at penetrating inside. Once Young gets a step on the defense, he explodes toward the bucket.
The kick out to Ball. Oubre dishes the ball. It's George on the wing. Again, the Hornets score.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Young passes to Collins. Back to Young. And it's sent back by George. Capella with the bucket. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Collins against George. Passes to Washington. Shoots over Capella, and Capella sends it back. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. So for the Hawks. Molinari, he's... sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. With Coach James Borrego, what is going to make the difference in the second half?
we need a good start. We're going to talk to the guys right now. They got to come out with the same energy they started the game with. Attack mode from the start.
That's led to some great things, and we'll see if that continues. Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They lead by 14. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
Watching that half, they did a great job in transition. It's so hard to score in the half court when you let your defense set up. So anytime you get a chance, go. You go. Kind of reminds me of that's why they call me the Jack. Get down the court fast as you can. Come on, man.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
The shooting percentage they allowed was through the roof. Their coach should absolutely rip into the defensive effort. They need to take some pride on the other end and just lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
On the court for Charlotte, ball is the point with Bouknight on the wing. Rain Man is out there with Oubre, and it's Favors in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's George. Up again. Feeds it to Favors. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Shot clock at 6. Ball from long range. A three-pointer is right on target. Ball's got 9.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
You have to give credit to the defenses, protecting the rim, closing out hard. This one's been a grind.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Young dishes to Capella. This one for 3. Atlanta gets it back in a new 14. And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. And it's off from three-point range.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Sure. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
His first personal foul.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
The Hornets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action.
Come get it, come get it.
Now Bogdanovich. He's got 11. Outside Collins. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by George.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Oubre inside the three-point line. And the wing jumper offline. Well, the backstory of Clint Capella is interesting, as he was only the 2nd player, Greg, from Switzerland to make it to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, you don't think of basketball right away when you think of Switzerland, but the game has grown so much in Europe over the years. Guys like Capella, who might have gone into soccer at one point, are now gravitating towards hoops. Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Young passes to Capella. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Young against Ball. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 from Bogdanovich. The long distance three is buried. Bogdanovich has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Hawks. Hornets leading by 18. Here's Ball. And the shot is long. And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And Young kicks to Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists here tonight.
The more Collins hits this shot, the more valuable he becomes to this offense.
Oubre outside. Tries again. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's his third.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
He's trying to help his team shut the door. They don't want to allow any comebacks.
Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Jerome, he's checked in for the Hornets. Ball's knocked loose. Here's George. He takes it in. Count that bucket. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And there's one aspect of the game LaMelo's not going to ignore, keeping his teammates involved and the offense working as a unit.
Collins looking around. And the pass to Young. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
When you have a slick ball handler like Trae Young, you can run pick and roll as much as you like.
Here's George, and he converts the layup. George has got 28.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Bogdanovich wide open. From outside, off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jerome passes to George. The 3-ball hangs home the trifecta. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Bogdanovich, and it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Hunter's checked in for the Hawks. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for the Hornets. Maladon comes in for Ball. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Jerome, good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Hunter. The dish to Young. Outside Bogdanovich. The shot. And the shot falls short this time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And then Washington with the dunk.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Here's Hunter, 12 points for him. And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. George has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Here's Jerome. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
Hawks have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. On its way from Young for 2, and once again off the mark by Atlanta. Charlotte has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Offensive rebound. Over in the corner, Washington. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Young passes to Reddish. Hunter with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Pass to Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. George passes to Washington. It's good. Washington's got 7 now in this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Atlanta calls timeout. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
The man has been relentless scoring inside, attacking the rim every chance he gets. Their defense has been powerless to stop him. We'll see what adjustments they make coming out of this timeout. Really stepped up.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Rain Man comes in for Derek Favors. And Smith subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Here is Cook, covered by Smith. There's the pass to Johnson. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And last season, All-Stars Greg missing 19% of their available games. With the shortened off seasons, are you concerned about the toll it takes?
You are, but this offseason maybe not as painfully short as the last one. And in these tough times, some sacrifices are made, no doubt. Health, perhaps, one of the biggest. Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Shooting for Charlotte. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And George drops them both. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Johnson against Cousins. Johnson, the pass to Jang. Not going to go that time. And the Hornets now going the other way. Back to Smith. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Hawks. Here is Cook. Right outside. Over Smith. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Strus passes to Cousins. Over Johnson. Plenty of space. And they pick up 2.
Max Strus.
Strus has got 4 points now in the quarter. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Wright. That shot misses. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Here's Smith. Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 16 points here in the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kicks it out to Johnson. A 3-pointer off the mark. Hornets have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Smith. Money from the wing. Here's Wright. And Steve, when you look at your 2003 Spurs championship team, it's not considered a super team, but that roster was stacked for sure.
Kevin, it was stacked with players understanding their roles and starring in their roles. There was just a lot of talent from top to bottom. We pushed each other to be better every day.
Pass to Strus. Outside, George. Here's Cousins. The shot's good on the assist by George.
That's a money spot for Cousins. He is comfortable from the mid-range.
Right outside. Kicks to Jang to the left side wing. Lock at 6. Herter. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 20-6 run. Here's Strus. Charlotte gets it back.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
The tray. They grab their own miss. And Cousins gets it to go.
I mean, there's no question about it. When DeMarcus attacks the offensive boards, he gives the team a different attitude.
Right, the pass to Herter. Here's Johnson. He kicks it to Cook. Here's Herter. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by George. Here's Cousins. And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Right, the pass to Johnson. Sinks the triple.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Charlotte has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Strus tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Cousins. George trying to break free. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by George.
A tale of two halves. He's really turned it around here, scoring the ball.
Cook, the pass to Wright. All right, Greg, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think right now has the best backcourt in the NBA?
Oh, goodness. I mean, so many terrific backcourts to choose from. You know, Phoenix has got to be in that conversation.
Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much with DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus, physical challenge for you guys with another game coming tomorrow. What do you have to do to get ready with the quick turnaround?
Just rest up. It's part of the league. Back-to-back's a part of the league. So rest up and focus in and be ready for tomorrow. That's all I can do.
Hey, Boogie, nice job. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.